Hi, good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining in for today's talk again. And firstly, I would like to thank Civil Service Club for making this talk possible. And if you are tuning us live from Zoom, welcome. And if you are tuning in live from my YouTube channel, welcome as well. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna start very soon. And I know that this has been a rainy evening, so perhaps some of you are trying to make it back home or trying to listen on YouTube. So if you are listening on YouTube, I can't really see you, right? So wherever you are listening on, we're gonna start, and the format of the talk is basically I will deliver, and possibly there will be a Q&A at the end. Before I begin, can I confirm that you are hearing me clearly? If you are hearing me clearly, could you just indicate in the chat, so that I just want to know that I can really start. So if you indicate clearly, you can hear me clearly. All right, that's good. Thanks, Jonathan. I can see your thumbs up. So without further ado, let's start. So hi, welcome. Today we will be talking about crafting a searchable brand and mastering content strategy, right? And it is a journey towards digital dominance. How are you gonna dominate? How you make sure that you make your brand searchable, right? So that's today's topic. So a bit of introduction about myself. My name is Eugene, the SEO King, and I'm the former digital director at Standard Chartered Bank. Prior to that, I was involved and working with the Catholic Archbishop of Singapore, William Cardinal Goh, and we were looking at and helping Catholic churches with their websites and social media. I was also very instrumental in helping the group of shopping malls in Singapore doing PDPA consultancy, personal data protection, as well as customer relationship management. I'm a digital marketing strategist, and professionally I consult businesses on digital transformation. I was a mentor at Lithian Academy, helping their digital marketing diploma students in their ads execution. And I'm currently a mentor at Republic Poly for their entrepreneurship community mentorship scheme. So today, welcome. Today we'll talk about crafting a searchable brand and mastering content strategy. This talk is recorded, and you can always get the replay at imseoking.com. That's letter I, letter M, SEOKING.com. Right? So crafting a searchable brand and mastering content strategy. This talk is made possible by Civil Service Club. Thank you, Civil Service Club, for inviting me to share this. So we're going to look at understanding the power of content strategy. identifying who your target audience are, harnessing the potential of websites, navigating through the social media platforms. We're going to look at short form and long form video content, and we're going to look at integrating all the platforms together for a cohesive brand identity. And also we will look at one or two case studies along the way to help us understand how best these brands actually put everything together and what is their success formula. Right? As they said, success leaves clues. So if we are able to find clues that successful brands are using to market their content, we will be able to learn better and market our content better. Right, so here's a bit of an introduction. So the first point is crafting a searchable brand. Why is it important? Because people will search for you in two ways. One, they will search for you using keywords. For example, 20 megapixel smartphone camera. That is when they search using keywords. However, the reverse is also true, where people will search for Samsung Galaxy Ultra 23, where they will search your brand and they will search the model number as well. So crafting a searchable brand includes consideration of what type of keywords that people will be searching for you, not only entering google.com, but what are the keywords that the same keywords that people search in Google, people will also use that same keywords to search on social media. And this is seldom talked about, where your social media should include keywords. Don't go crazy about optimizing keywords, but your social media should include keywords, so that when people are searching these keywords in social media, your post will show up. So a searchable brand ensures visibility and making it easier for you or your target audience to find and engage your product and services. And this is important because people are constantly searching for you. The impact of a content strategy on digital marketing success. As you know, we are humans and content appeal to us. And content doesn't really exist on just images itself. It also exists in videos and the way you write your content. If I see a social media post, the first thing I will see is how are you crafting the content. If I realize that the content is not related to me, I may not even end up pressing the play button of the video. Hence, content strategy plays an important and pivotal role in achieving digital marketing success, because if you spend time to craft your content well, it really enhances your brand visibility, builds an audience, builds trust, drive engagement, and also contribute value to whoever that is reading your content or your posts. Building brand authority is important because all the content gathered together, whether people consume your content on YouTube, people might really, how do people consume your content? So that is something that we want to look at, which is called the user journey. A typical user on the way to work, they want very short content. So they will be browsing on TikTok, they encounter your brand, and then much later on, when they reach home, like around this time, that is why people tune in on Zoom. Around this time, people have more time and more bandwidth to consume longer content. So later we'll have a section about short videos and long videos, right? So a well executed content strategy will position your brand and authority, because everywhere people go, people will see your brand, and it is consistent. Your brand is always providing valuable content, showing your expertise, showing credibility and trust among your audience. And that is very important for the long-term success. Let's now look at target audience. Why is it important to identify your target audience? So the real question is, who is my buyer? How can I identify my target audience and who is my potential customer? Now, this is a very interesting question because most people assume that, for example, if I am a shop selling ladies' clothes, the common assumption is all ladies are my customer. However, if you look deeper, you will realize that the different dresses that you sell, the different patterns, the different colors, appeal to different group of ladies differently. So if that is the case, then I challenge you, how can you say that your target audience is just ladies only? You need to have that differentiation, the segregation, so that you will know how you can target your content. So the common misunderstanding and misconception is that people do not pay enough attention or enough time to really stop and think, who is actually my target audience, right? Knowing your customer avatar is the target audience. Who and how does your customer look like? Can you map your customer to your 18-year-old niece that has certain products and certain preferences? As a business, do you know more male or more female engage your products or services? And that is important because when you try to sell to everyone, you actually sell to no one. That is why we need to know the target audience. Once we have understand the target audience, then we will need to see what kind of content strategy we need to do. And why is it important to identify your target audience? Because especially when you identify your target audience demographics, you actually know which social media platform do they actually hang out. And that is very important because the social media platform that they hang out, it is important. Now, a lot of companies also think, TikTok, let's get on TikTok, right? Let's get on Instagram story, Facebook, shorts and things like that. So a lot of people are just following trend blindly. But here is the problem. A lot of you are small, medium enterprise. One man show, two man show. Where do you have the capability? Where do you have the capacity to go on every social media platform? Hence, take a step back and think, who is your target audience? And whether are you in the business that future target audience needs to be nurtured. For example, digital marketing is an evergreen topic and potentially I could reach out and I could generate content for 15-year-olds that are hanging out on TikTok, just want to learn or appreciate what marketing is. And then so that they can watch my YouTube video. So you really need to think whether is TikTok really an important strategy for you in your business, right? Understanding the power of content strategy. The definition is content strategy refers to the type of planning, the creation, distribution, considerations are such like who can create the graphics for me, who can stitch videos for me, who will record my product videos, how will it be done, are there any other equipment that I need to do this. So it's a bigger plan rather than just rolling out videos mindlessly, right? And it also has to fit to your business goals, right? It is crucial element in digital marketing, and a content strategy plan helps you guide how your content will roll out to the various social media so that it will meet the various business objectives that you have, ensuring that your content has consistency. Your content need to roll out at the right timing where people are reading it, and so that this will really maximize the impact for your brand. Another key component of an effective content strategy is as what we said, identifying your audience and goals is important because you know where and how to reach them. Content planning and creation, that's the part where you actually start developing. What am I supposed to do on a day-to-day basis? How often should I post my content? And what type of formats should I really engage my audience in? What is the relevance of content? Do I just roll out mindless content, or is there a more structured approach? Then you talk about distribution and promotion. How are you going to distribute your content? Today, if you were just organically posting on Facebook, the Facebook organic reach is only about 2 to 3% of the population of people who have liked your Facebook page. Yes, Facebook wants you to pay to reach out to the followers that have liked your page. I know that sounds silly, but that's the way it works. Now we look at short form and long form video content. Why are video content important? Because one of the things about video content is that it really, what you call, stop the scroll. When you are scrolling, you see an image, you will probably scroll plus. But when you see a video with a play button, you are naturally curious, especially some videos autoplay. You might stop a few seconds just to see. And that's why the first few seconds of a video is very important to really attract people to watch further. And that's why your caption of your video is also important. The rise of video content is real, right? Know that video is the way to go. People are on the move very quickly. They like to consume very short videos, and that's why Nest Daily does well. Today, we're going to visit this country in 1 minute. Tomorrow, we're going to visit another country in 1 minute. We are at our seat. He brings the country to us. Can you see how valuable that is? And imagine whatever business that you're doing, if you can do 1 minute short videos very quickly, just take the handphone and record, how valuable it is for your future and potential target audience. Always have the target audience in mind. Know who are intending to watch your video so that you can record more purposeful videos. The difference between short form and long form video is this. Short form is under 2 minutes. It's for people on the go, want to digest. Normally is TikTok, some short Instagram videos, YouTube shorts. These are people on the go. They want to consume succinct information, very short information, bite-sized information. And this serves a different purpose because people are just casually browsing on their way to work. Right? And long form videos are videos that are 10 minutes. For example, I have videos on my YouTube channel that are probably 8 to 10 minutes or 12 minutes even, showing a demo of how do you run a YouTube ad, for example, step by step. That takes about 15 minutes. And normally for long form content, people will digest it around at night after work when they are a little bit more relaxed. Recognize and know the different type of format of content, your user behavior, so that you know what is the right time, what is the right content that you can really reach out to them. Tips for creating compelling video. Your video should provide a clear objectives. You must know your target audience and you must capture attention quickly within seconds of the video, and your video needs to have a call to action. After they watch the video, what do you expect them to do? It cannot be just after watch the video and then just dangling there, right? Maintain your visual quality. Of course, videos has to be very high quality. Tell a story. People are interested in story, right? Facts tell. Right? There's only so much that facts can do. Facts tell. T-E-L-L. Story sell. S-E-L-L. When people are convinced about your story, your brand story, how your brand struggled to get success, people are more likely to buy from you. Navigating social media platforms. Now, navigating social media platforms are important because knowing the target audience, where they hang out, we now look at what are some of the social media platforms that they might be in. Here are some of the popular social media platforms. Facebook, Instagram, because it's been around. Twitter is almost half dead, especially in Asia. LinkedIn is important for business content. LinkedIn is important when you want to establish yourself as an authority. For example, I do have LinkedIn posts telling people, advising people about digital marketing. I do have such events that I will announce on LinkedIn as well. Now, TikTok is the one that is the fast content, short content. Instagram also has its equivalent of short video content, and Facebook as well. So can you imagine that all you need to do is just record a short form video content? You can roll out on TikTok, you can roll out on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. One video rolls up to 5 platforms, right? Recognize the unique features of each social media, each target audience, because your LinkedIn target audience are likely to be more businessy. Your Facebook target audience are probably a little bit more mixed. Knowing which platform enable you to even tailor the text or the text description of each platform better. Tailoring your content, as what we've said, it is very important to tailor your content because at times your target audience really is different for each of the platforms, right? Visuals are important. Your messaging is important. How often do you post? It is also important, right? Utilize your social media for brand visibility. Make sure that your social media is always up to date, and up-to-date social media will really help you reach out to more audience. Engage with your audience. When audience leave a comment, engage with them and use features like hashtag, stories, and live videos, just like what we are doing right now. If people cannot join us on the Zoom, they join us on the YouTube live. In that way, people who are on the go, people who are driving, they at least can hear the audio, right? Harnessing the searchable power of websites. Websites are very important. It is very important to have a well-organized website for search engine, right? So imagine Google walking into a department store and your website is that department store. Will Google find a ladies scarf in a men's department? If Google does find a ladies scarf in a men's department, then your website is really not organized. Right, the key elements of an SEO-friendly website: make sure you have the relevant keywords, high-quality content, titles, meta description that are really optimized. I have very good videos on my YouTube channel, iamseoking.com. Do watch out. Do watch the videos to understand what SEO is. Right, basically SEO is the process of configuring your website such that when your target audience enter certain keywords, your business will appear, or your website will also appear. Integrating platforms for a cohesive brand identity. Keep your writing consistent. Keep your fonts consistent across all digital platforms. This is very important to maintain trust of your potential customers as well. Strategies for integrating content. Create a cross-platform strategies that will help you. For example, certain considerations are perhaps in the morning you want to roll out the TikTok short videos, and perhaps towards the evening you want to roll out the YouTube. Again, there's no one size fits all content strategy. It depends on your business and how your competitor is doing as well. Tailor-make your content strategy is important for your success. Looking at what your competitor do is also important. Building a unified brand presence, making sure that in every social media that your target audience has contact with you it is all consistent messaging, and that you keep your brand unified and consistent. Your brand needs to apply the colors, the images, the video should reflect on the brand. One look that when people see the videos or image, they will know that is coming from this company. That's what it means by a unified brand presence. Are you searchable? Right? Are you searchable? People search on the various formats. When you open Google, you can search for Japanese restaurant and certain maps show. Sometimes you search for Japanese restaurant, they actually show a video of this Japanese restaurant that the restaurant has recorded, right? You also see photos, websites appears, and also people does search on social media. So are you searchable in all of these contents? That is what this section is trying to tell you. Case study 1, Apple Inc. Apple Inc. has a very unified branding approach because you can see the logos and all that is very consistent. The color is very consistent. Apple has a global recognition. Everybody knows about Apple. The half-eaten apple, very smart logo design. Apple is very big on content marketing. They regularly publish very high content quality product demos. They have a very active social media presence. They also optimize their website for certain keywords. They invest a lot on SEO strategies, making sure that they are searchable when people open Google and enter certain keywords. And they maintain top search ranking for some of the very critical keyword searches that people are searching for regarding their brand. They have innovative product naming, MacBook, iPad, very simple. It simplifies the product searches when people search for such sub-product brands. Social media. Apple has a very huge social media following. Positive brand perception. When people think of Apple, people think of something that is of quality, right? In summary, Apple's success is in crafting a searchable identity that is across social medias, SEO, Apple uses content marketing, and also strong social media presence. So let's look at the other case study, which is Red Bull. Red Bull focuses a lot on original content production. Red Bull also owns a production company called Red Bull Media, and Red Bull is quite a lot of involvement in also racing, right? User generated content. Red Bull is also big on user generated content using certain hashtags. They also organize certain campaigns to give people a sense of community and belonging. Event sponsorship is a very big strategy of Red Bull because they do sponsor a lot of sporting events as well. They want to be synonymous to the sporting arena. Red Bull position themselves, the brand, as a lifestyle, similarly as Apple as well, right? And Red Bull have a very unique and thrilling content that often goes viral. They know what their audience want and they continue to give their audience what they want. Brand loyalty, the community is extremely loyal towards Red Bull. Their content, high engagement rate on social media, you can see that. Innovative content partnership. Red Bull forms a lot of strategic content partnerships with athletes, artists, influencers. So artists, athletes, and influencers do a brand association with Red Bull. Such collaborations often involve in the influencers, followers somehow get influenced about what they are promoting about Red Bull. That is the purpose of collaboration and innovative content partnerships. Here are the best practices for a searchable brand. As what we can see, learnings from Apple, unified branding, ensure that your brand elements are cohesive, strategic SEO, make sure that your keywords are in order, your website are optimized for key keywords that people will be searching for. Engaging content, create content that really adds value to your audience. But firstly, before you start creating content, like what we said earlier, do you know who your audience is? Global recognition. Along the way, these brands spend years and millions of dollars to build to where they are in terms of global recognition and distinctive product naming. Social media engagement is always high, and leverage on social media, because social media don't sell, but social media will help you build a very strong brand presence. Branded content, co-branding, working with influencers as well. Make your content engaging. Original content always beats content that you actually plug from somewhere. User generated content is important, because sometimes you can do, like Red Bull. These are some learnings from Red Bull as well. User generated content, event sponsorship. Red Bull is very big on this. Innovative content, partnerships as well, collaborations. In summary, the success of Apple and Red Bull in implementing Searchable brand through effective content strategy, they use a unified branding and engaging content, strategic SEO. They play very big part in community, ensuring loyalty and user engagement, and using such innovative approaches to content creation. They use influencers as well. So at this point in time, it would be good to have a Q&A in case there's any question. We'll spend some time on Q&A before we actually wrap up. Yeah, do you have any questions for those that are tuning in? You can just unmute and just ask if that's okay. It'll take a couple of minutes. If you do not have any questions, then we'll consider the session ended. I'll just wait for a while. Okay, looks like you don't have any questions. So thank you for joining this talk. You can connect me on telegram.imseoking.com, and you'll be informed of the next talk. There'll be telegram.imseoking.com. And if you're tuning on my YouTube, and if you would like to watch the replay, it will be at imseoking.com. With that, I would like to thank Civil Service Club once more, and I would like to thank you for joining us in this session. Thank you, and good night.